Hello, hello. Welcome to Maverick Workshop. Here again. What's up? Gonna be working on a Franken pin today. Man, it's been a bit of a brain buster, I will say, because I haven't quite decided some of the things that I'm gonna do specifically for it, or the sequence how we're gonna do it. So let me show you what I've got so far. I'm gonna switch over to we'll just hop back here real quick. Yes. I did a little shaving. I know. A little different, but same old me, you know? My goodness, do it. There we go. Okay. Okay. Morning, Kevin. How you doing? Okay, I wasn't gonna start here, but we'll start here. We should start here, but I wasn't gonna. Okay. Let's see. So my time also might have to hurry. Not too much, but we'll see. Let me take a look at the that's good. That's good. That'll work. Get rid of that. Do this. This is what we've got here. Good morning, Allie. Okay, sorry. I gotta get these relabeled, I guess. Anywho, here's what we got. Where do I start? Goodness gracious. Okay, so what we've got are some Ebonite rods. This one's black with blue on the inside, and this one's a black with red on the inside. Now, these were going to be for inserts, right? Going to use these for sleeving. I also have a black one here as well, if I didn't want to do that. So what I'm thinking is I gotta create basically a piece that looks like this, a piece that looks similar to this, so I can basically drill holes into this material and put it on there. So a lot of measurements and a lot of cutting for me to get to this point. But yes, I haven't quite figured out one of my problems yet, though. We're going to try to sleeve the top and the bottom. And this is going to be the top. And then one of these is going to be the bottom. The patterns are quite different, I would say. You can see that, these are going vertical and these are horizontal, even kind of slanted. And then down here towards the bottom, there's a whole bunch of them. So trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. What I'm thinking is actually use the black Ebonite for the sleeving part that you can't really see. You'll be able to see basically here and here of the black. And it'll also be different sized. Or I could do red and blue. So red, then blue. But then I have to have finials on them as well. So basically, I'm going to create an Ebonite tube for it. I'm not sure. Not quite sure. And then the oparex here is actually going to be, going to use these as ring, like I'll drill out a piece and then make it so it's the appropriate size to slide onto here all the way to the bottom. So it'll be like an accent ring on the top and the bottom, maybe. I don't know. So that's where it gets a little crazy. So I could do black up top, or I mean just right here, and then have the accent rings on the outside, and then have the red and then the blue coming together. But oh man, I can't ask Abby, see what she thinks about that. And I've only got this much of this material, so I don't have too many repetitions in there. So maybe that's a good idea. Okay, how about blue finials, black and blue finials, black ebonite sleeve, black ebonite sleeve with blue and black finial, and then the blue and black section. I think that would be pretty good. I think. I don't know. What are we wanting again? Okay. I should zoom out a little bit. Really close. But what we're thinking here is all right. Let me get this stable again. There we go. Okay. What we're thinking is black and blue finials on both ends, regular black sleeve, and then oparex accents on the, ooh. So it will be black. So we do black, and it will be the sleeve, right? I basically be creating this out of this. And then we're going to drill all the way through. And then for the finials, so this is going to be this, whatever you want to call them, these little shoulders right here from the cap to the barrel. These shoulders are going to be black, right? So what I'm thinking is actually I could do an accent ring of this blue, and then do a blue and black accent on the top finial here with the boatite here. And that is going to end up being basically right here or something like that. I'm slow today too. For some reason, this doesn't want to make sense in my head. That's why I keep going back and forth. But ultimately, I think we've got something ironed out here. So I'm going to make the sleeve out of black. Section's going to be black and blue. We're not going to use black and red at all. So this is what we're going for. And this. So basically what I need to do first is make the whole pin, you know? So I pretty much have to make the whole pin, and then from there I'll be able to trim it down to the size to the size that this is, or the hole that this is going to be. And then this material feels like chalk. So, I don't know. I'm actually going to be sanding. I'm going to be doing a lot of sanding for this. Yeah. And I only have, let's see, about 3 hours to accomplish this. So we got to get busy. Gots to get busy. Now, I don't think some of the main stuff is going to take too long. I think some of the other stuff is going to take a little while when I am trying to get it all dialed in. And then I got to figure out how exactly I'm going to drill those and how long they're going to end up being. But first things first, let's go ahead and get the black sorted, because that is just going to be the internal component. So I am not worried about that. Yes. All right, let me get this reconfigured and we will go ahead. Get started. Okay. Move this over Shaw. Boom. Got big plans today, sir? Or anybody? We are going to dinner with Abbie's family. And yeah, we're going to dinner. Going to the melting pot. The melty pot. Or the melty pot, she likes to call it. Okay, let me get this finished up, and then I'm going to change the frame width here. Or I guess yeah, like that. Okay. Okay. We move this a little bit. Pretty good. Oh, there. All righty. Looks good, huh? Good enough, I reckon. Let's get some light. Light over here. But yes. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. It is a good Sunday. Doing stuff and things. And hopefully this will all go swimmingly. Get this over here. Come on over. That's not bad. Not too bad, huh? Good enough. Nope. No other way. Wish it zoomed out a little bit more, but it does not. YouTube backed you out. Weird. This is getting ready for the weekday laundry. Oh, right on. Well, I hope it goes well. And you get everything done that you're going for. Okay. All right, so this is going to end up being whatever piece I need it to be. How about that? Let's see. Ebonite. Nice strong sulfur smell. That's good. Good stuff. There. Because it's too zoomed on me. I don't like that. For the other one, at least. Okay. All right. Kicking it into gear. First things first, get a center start, which we don't really need to right now. I'm going to run with that. Okay, so for the we'll go ahead and make the body. How about that? Go ahead and make the barrel here. Check the speed that we're on. Get it going. We're really going to be testing my limits here and capabilities. I haven't done quite an intricate pin before, so this will be fun. Hopefully we don't mess everything up. Come on, baby. Almost there. Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Appreciate your confidence. Okay. So that is there. That's here. This, I need these. Yes. Oh, let's, what am I doing? What am I doing? Getting sidetracked, what we're doing. The bowl yesterday worked pretty good. It actually worked. That bowl has actually been on my table for like probably a good 2 years. So gotta do a little of this. Slow her down a bit. And then go for a ride. Okay. So we're actually going to do the cap. We'll get there when we get there. But we're going to do both sides of these pieces as well. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We got that. Just always have to think about how you're going to, like, Got to think about how it's going to be held and supported throughout the whole time, and then how to make sure that you're going to keep everything centered. So all of those things combined. One thing off my table. I know. Okay, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. But yeah, this you may notice as well that none of these materials are actually Abbie's. So that's intentional. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Just a little bit more. When I have to move my head back and forth so it'll focus, so my eyeballs will focus, not the camera or anything. But it's because it's such a dark color, it's hard to see when you're actually making the contact. There we go. Let's see. Ah, yeah. Well, you know me. You know me. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Where the heck did that little piece go? There we go. Okay. All right, looking good, looking good. Pop this off. Then this, cutting the threads. Okay, those look like some clean threads. Okay, now this is already set up to where I need to cut it. So I have to determine. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. You broke 2 caps in a section? Well, just got to keep at it. So many pins just don't want to become pins. Okay, let's see where we're at. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to cut it there. I'm going to actually back off a bit more. Where in the heck? There we go. That'll work. No, that'll work. We just need an estimate. Don't have to have it perfect, just need an estimate. So I don't waste too much material. So this is going to get, that's the depth. Here's the line, and then here's the other side, I think. That's the hole. I might need to go more, but I can approach it from the other side, I guess. Yes, that would work. Yeah. Okay. Might have to be doing a little, I haven't quite planned this one all the way out before. So we're going to kind of see how we're going to go about doing this. Okay. So we're going to do, we're going to cut this, and then we're going to switch it around here. Okay. Oh. Alrighty, here we go. Little cope and saw action. Okay. I don't really need to do much else with that piece right now. How did you end up breaking the caps? And what kind of resin were you using? Were you using your stuff or like acrylic? Okay. We're just going to run this as normal, and we'll make the other adjustments when we get to that point. Because this one here, what I still need to do is actually drill into it and then thread it quite a ways, because the way that I want to keep these together is by, well, threading them together. So that way I can glue it, tighten it down to where it should be, and then actually seal the other side. So I want to make sure it doesn't come apart. So that's how I intend on doing that. However, one of the things that I've got to keep in mind is that make sure I don't do something too crazy, because I need to make sure that, well, the section will fit, and then I also need to make sure that I can still cut threads on the other side. So if you do that real chippy, it was weird. Were the blanks warm when you started cutting, or were they cold? Sometimes they get a little chippy when they're cold. So it could be that. Shatter during shaping. Huh. Alrighty. Great. That's crazy though. That shouldn't happen. Were you using a super sharp carbide? That's satisfactory. Okay. So there's that. Now this. Huh. 564s. Okay. So I'm going to estimate this length, or mark this length rather. That should be sufficient. Newer blades, man. Newer blades can be like that. All right. So that is going to go all the way through. And then this is going to have to be just a bit shy. All right. So I did go deeper with or I went the same depth rather. I'm just going to open up the diameter a bit more closer to the end. There we go. And I'll make sure I don't do too much because I still need to be able to have the diameter for the threads, right? Look at I'm ready to do this. Boom. Let's see. Okay, now I need that. I was thinking about doing a much thicker pin, but Abbie doesn't like thicker pins. So change my mind there. So this is going to be it's going to be an M13. Pretty much standard everything that I usually do. Yep. Okay. Okay. So that's good. Now, the other thing that I could have done is actually drill all the way through with the much larger diameter and then triple start on the other side. Yeah. Yeah. 15 diameter. Yeah. Okay. Now we got to check the fit. How are we fitting here? Hey, good. Very nice. I'd say that we're also pretty well centered and everything. So that's good. That everything is coming together nicely. And not really much of an edge or lip there where it connects. So that's good. So I just need to measure these out now and then determine how I'm going to proceed. Still need to get accent rings on there. And still need to get the boatite on there as well. So still got to work. Still got to work. I am going to be right back. I'll grab something right quick. It will be right back. Bum, 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 and we're back. Oh, and we're back. Howdy. Okay. I need to measure these. Okay. I'm going to measure these like I do normally. I think. Sounds good. 60. Hey, on the nose right there. 60. So this is where I'm going to need to cut, or actually a little less. So I got to determine how large I want the finial to be. Because that is the depth that we're at. Let's go ahead and take a look. See here. Take a look at our depth. Okay. That's the depth. Uh-oh, not that. Okay, that's good. I was right on the mark. First go. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, so that is my mark. That's where I'm going to need to probably cut. This here, I'm going to go ahead and approximate our size here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I have to determine like the size that I want it to be, because I'm going to have to adjust for that. So this makes that yes. So I'm thinking, right on. Thinking I'm gonna get this. Let's see. If I try to cut that and then do the finial, then I cut that and do the finial. Then I'd be able to confirm the position. So this is my normal, that's the depth. And then I do about 1/4 inch. So I need to knock it down a little bit and then determine, that's right. There we go. Okay. So we're going to do this. So ten. I think we're going to use a 10. So we're going to use 10. What I'm going to do is, in order to make this happen, I'm going to do a long tenon on the cap piece, and I'm going to do plenty on this side. That way I can trim it back and keep working it down. I think. Because it's going to have to be a little bit off of that. And then to that ish. So let's measure that. That's how long the .53. Okay. That will be close, but good. And then 3, that'll be sufficient. I think what I'm going to need to do is actually go ahead and cut this and trim it down. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back. Welcome back. Man, this is... Okay. Alrighty. So go ahead and get this chopped. Whoop! All right, now for this, I'm actually going to use a center start bit. That way my live center can find it. And if it happens to go to where I'm going to end up threading it, that's not a big deal. So I'm going to thread it after I trim it down. And then make my other component here. I'm not super worried about the section part of it all. Just got to figure out the actual size of the components that we're going to use here. All right. That is fine. All right, so about... I'm going to take this down to pretty small. Let me go ahead and get this going. Back in Franken. One of my tools. That locked in. This locked in. Start working our way. We trim it down. Up there. Mm-hmm. So the diameter we're going for, go ahead and get that marked up. Whoops. Bye. Sorry, I dropped the mic. It has been recovered. All right, here we go. We are going for this here. Yeah, man down. Hate it when that happens. Those. Man, we have a long way to go. Okay. Well, let me see. I could actually get it dialed in like this. Okay. We're at 0. We're going to 1440. And currently, we are 16. So we need to go 1 mil in. Because you take the difference and then you divide that by 2. So 14 to 16 is 2, and then divide that by 2, you get 1. So I'm just going to go 1 millimeter in here. Or we're going to creep up on it, so about not quite a whole millimeter. Okay. Now you know. Let's see if I look very small. But that's what sleeving is. Doing things that feel different. Because it is different, you know? Okay. Get in there. Oh. Do the rest of that. Back it off. Just a touch. There we go. All right. What is the diameter we're at? All right. We are pretty darn close where we want to be. So that's excellent. The next thing is going to be to all right, we got this, and this is going to be just like this, except a little bit shorter. And then I'm going to have a finial on top of it, made out of this. So what I need to do there is I need to go ahead and drill this, open it all the way up, and then thread as far as I can without breaking anything. The reason I'm threading this, like I mentioned it before, I think, but the reason I'm threading it is because I want to get the this little piece, the end cap, the finial that I'm going to put on both sides. I need those to be somewhat adjustable. That way I can get the size dialed in, if that makes sense. There's only so many wags you can use. So we have our center start, and then we're going to go back to our section bit, actually. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to use this, and we're going to make sure it's controlled, because I do still have a the mandrel itself is probably about right there. So I just got to be aware of it and not drill too far to where this is going to start drilling into the mandrel. I don't want that. So we should meet the other side here. And it feels like we have. Okay. Got it to where I needed it. Okay, so I got that. Now I need to get the tap. And again, you want to be very careful with this if you are doing it, because it'll run all the way in until, well, it can't go any further. And then it'll actually crack, because this is threading this way, and this is threading this way, and neither of them are going to give, so it will break something. So obviously we don't want that. And then when you're moving it backwards, you got to make sure that it stays on. It is a little nerve-wracking because this material is relatively thin, and I don't want it to crack. So it'll be a little bit more nerve-wracking, I'd say, on the barrel, but hopefully it's a no factor. Okay. Let's say we got it pretty good. We're going to test the depth, make sure that we are as deep as we'd like to be here. Okay. Let go. There we go. All right, we're going to take it just a little bit further. Also, I should point out that this hasn't been adjusted to where it is flush, which isn't a problem as long as I fix it before I move to the next thing. Come on now. There we go. Let's see. I want to keep that in, actually. Be free. I just had to do a little bit more, didn't I? There we go. All right. So what we're going to do. That way I can keep pressure on that. And it don't want it to hurt the other threads. Okay. Okay. Well, that didn't go exactly how I wanted it to, but we are still free and clear, and it's not cracked. We're good so far. Now, for this part, I need to check and see what I need to do for the other thing. Oh, crap. Let's go ahead and... So I suppose I could do it right now, or I could do it later. But what I'm doing is taking a look at this. Like I said, I hadn't adjusted that yet, or I hadn't made it flush. But it will probably get adjusted. So you just run it straight in and it'll be fine. Okay. That is sufficient. The other thing is sufficient. This is going to fit on there. Then I'll have a finial coming on top. So I need to drill this. And I need to drill it with a big old drill. That's a pretty beefy drill here. So hopefully we stay good here. Okay. Go ahead and measure this. Okay. So we can't be pushing it on too hard here. All right. So this needs to be sanded down just a little bit, which is okay. This is actually serving two purposes, really. I have to rough it up before I can glue it anyways, so this is pretty neat little way to do that. Almost. I'm not going for perfection right this moment, but we are pretty darn close, I gotta say. Now, I'm gonna hop over here. Okay, I need to hop over here. Okay. I'm gonna use the jaws here to get this drilled. So I have to be very careful. And yes. All right, so you can see that this is going to be very little room for error here, because this is a pretty big bit. So I'm only going to be able to line it up on 2 jaws. And that is already off. Okay, keep that in place there. Now, worst case, this falls apart, and then I need to have a backup plan, which I do. So, oh, geez. Come on. Okay, that's good. Okay. I don't know how tight I can grip that because I don't want it to break. So we're going to leave that on the mandrel. Hop over here for a moment. I got to drill this out. I'm going to be using... I'm going to start with a small drill bit so I can feel what I can do with this, you know? We're not going to turn it too high. Let's see. We are... I guess I'll start with the center start and feel what we're working with here. Sorry, most of the work's going to be over there, but at least for now. Okay. Now, let's see what we're working with. Oh my goodness. That goes in like no problem. I feel a little to no resistance. Okay. That's good to know. And for this, we're actually just trying to drill all the way through. And I left the angled side on the back end. That way I don't really have to worry about it blowing out. So for 2 reasons. One, because it's angled, and so that makes it a little easier for it to like slowly, I guess, penetrate there. And then that part is also getting chopped off a little bit too. So this should be no factor, no problem. Nice and easy. Okay. You know what I want to do? Those are so cool. I don't know if you can see them very well, but my gosh. Okay, I got to collect these. Let me get a container. I have to collect these. These are going to be sick. Alrighty. All right, and we are back. Okay. I also want to make sure, I guess, this stays cool. I've never worked with this material before, so not really sure what to expect. Weird. It smells like spray paint, which tells me I should probably put a respirator on. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I won't be able to speak, I guess, clearly for a bit. Ugh. Man. Doing a good job not looking cool doing what I'm doing. Goodness gracious. Okay. We're back. Woo! All right, baby, stay intact. Okay, and back it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Almost there. Sweet. All right, come back over here. There we go. So, almost there with this, see? You see how it's not all the way going on, but it's pretty close. You don't want to force this stuff, man. Well, at least I don't. You do what you want. I'm worried about that stuff breaking. Okay, so I need to focus a little bit more down here. We want it just to go on with no fight. Almost.
You can always take a little bit more off, but you can't put it back on. Oh, almost. Okay. Like one more time. Just tap it in. I watched that. I watched that with my kids. Just tap it in. Woo! Looking good. Okay. And then while I have it like this, because I'm an idiot, I didn't think of it until now, but we're going to just put this on and see. And put it on like this. Now I need to make this flat, right? It's really not far off, but we just need to take a little bit off here. All right, how does this stuff turn? Uh-oh. Just need to make you flat, baby. Are you flat? Let's see. Almost. Okay, I need to do it one more time. Just a tiny little bit. I do have a little bit of margin for error, so, but not a lot. All right, that is splendid. That's what we want right there. All right, so I got a question. How big of a deal would you think it would be if I was to have Abby sand it? You think she would do that? Okay. You know, a part of me is thinking maybe I just forego the oparex, huh? Or now I'm thinking about foregoing it because this is looking pretty dope, and I just need to do this, but I gotta see where we're at in the inside. Ugh. I need to sand it back up again because it's actually too smooth, believe it or not. I need to make it coarse again. There. Want it to have plenty to grab a hold of, you know? There we go. All right, let's take this off and take a look. Okay, I don't actually need that. What I need is actually a different pin. Oh, there we go, this will work. There we go. I have to test the fit. You like the look now, so you don't think any oparex accents need to happen. I don't either. Okay, So what I'm testing right now is, you know, obviously we have a lot more to go here, but that's not a problem, right? We needed to have enough so we could actually make an adjustment if we needed to. So I'd say that we're actually quite a bit larger than we want to be. Okay. So there's our mark, or there is a mark rather, with the finial. So so that is about 10. Okay. So with that being said, my total outer is about, what is it, 2 1/4? 62, 2.5. 2.5-ish. Okay. Okay, so this is about where we are. So it's about 2.4. So this is where we are. This is how long it currently is. So it's got to come quite a bit down, actually. Okay, let's see if I can actually do this. A finial oparex? No, I don't have the size for that. The oparex is just little flat pieces that I've got right now, at least. Let me get this. Okay, do a little of this. Alrighty, so let's see where we're at. Okay. 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 I gotta back this down a bit here. Because we need to take it down to like here. And then so this is actually the total length that we're going for. So we are quite a bit over. And I don't want to make a 6-inch long pin, you know? So we need to drop it down a bit. Yep. But we can go ahead and make our little plugs right quick. Oh, really? That's fine. Whatever. Whatever. All right, we're going to revisit this here in a moment. Let me think about it, you know. and 1:59, so I have like another hour. Come on, John, kick it into gear. Hey now, trying to make the slowest pin I can. I don't really need to do that. This is just going to be a this is just going to be a long finial here. So let's see. We'll try this. This is a lot more than I would like sticking out, but and it's rubber, so what I'm going to do now is actually touch it right quick with this little guy to get a center touch. So I can use a life center to support it, because I have to make it as long as I do. Well, normally I wouldn't do this, but because this is sticking so far out, I want it to stay supported and I don't want it to go anywhere. Okay. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Oh, idiot. That's not cool, man. I hit my there we go. Okay. I don't like this. So this isn't doing how exactly I wanted it to, because this carriage was hitting the live center, and I don't feel like adjusting it right now. So we're going to use a parting tool and just keep pecking at it. But this is not that big of a deal, because this is going to get threaded. Come on, getting there. So I'm going to end up also having to shorten this, which is fine. It'll be fine. There we go. All right. Now this is going to end up going into the cap And then the other thing I'm going to need to do is test the fit here. And what's going to end up happening is I'm going to end up cutting this quite a bit. Okay, so that's as far as we can thread, which is that. So, do a little mark. Okay. All right, so that's about how deep I threaded it. There, that one. So that's how deep I've got it threaded. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to chop it off up here. And then adjust as necessary. Yeah. Uh-oh. Where did my saw go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I want to make sure I have a decent enough size too. So, actually, let's see. We're going to cut this off. Now I'm going to cut this off. So I want to make sure that I have plenty of leftover, actually. One thing I need to do real quick is cut my relief, because I'm not going to go back and do that. This way. Oh, there it is. So what we're looking at right now is this. So this is actually the right size and everything. So we're getting there, right? A couple things we got to do is obviously level this out. Go ahead and get everything set to where this is actually flat and level, kind of like that one is. And then I'm probably going to take it over to the sander and sand that. But this is about what that's going to look like. Now I need to make another finial for the barrel. So oh, there we go. Alrighty, so we'll do a little of this action here. All right, found the end of it.
Okay. We're doing good. We're cruising right along. We're not too far off from where we need to be. So I need to figure out so we got these, right? There's the cap. This is the barrel, and this is going to be the finial for that. So I'm thinking maybe like right here is where that needs to be. So if I cut it here, it might actually be the appropriate depth for where I should cut, actually. Yeah, so if I cut there, then I'll be able to use the finial here to close it in. Now, one other thing that I need to do before I start trimming this down and all that stuff is determine what blank I'm going to use. So I'm not sure what it's going to be. Because this one's pretty cool, but this one's like the opposite and still cool. So the other one is going to be like this, actually. So I think vertical would be pretty cool. Like it goes into this, or I could use like this end down here. No, it looks too busy and dark. We want it light. I think it maybe here. Yeah, I think here. You don't like them? That's all right. That's all right. It's not for you. So I just need to measure Just- You would do that for me? You dispose of them? I'd appreciate that. I haven't seen this material. This is one of those that I creep on Facebook and I only buy. Okay. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing? I need to cut this. I need to measure this again. You forgot about the other live. It comes and goes. It ebbs and flows, you know. Okay, that's where I need to cut, and then that's also where I need to get this set up. So if I cut there, I need to go ahead and mark this actually. Ah! Okay, there we are. So we got this and this. So this is actually going to be the size. So it looks about a 1/2 inch or so, which is sweet. And that's going to go in. Gotta chop it there. Then I need to thread it. Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and get this cut. I'll cut halfway. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this halfway because I don't want it to go too far. Hey, we are cruising. We're cruising. This is like pushing my skills. I'm doing things that I haven't before. So I'm looking at this mark right here. So I'm going to cut this in the half. I'm going to split the difference there. Need a bot to... No, I don't. I do not. Okay. So this spinning quite true. So we're going to take advantage of that. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the center start. Keep everything nice in line. There we go. Now, a little of this. Boom. Okay. I'm going to set my calipers. That's what I'm going to do. Because I need to trim it down. And that is actually pretty good. I don't know if this is accurate or not. I don't think so. But I'm going to use it anyways for now. Because that's going to be the halfway point. Remember, you can take more off, but you can't put it back on. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this set so I can trim it down. And then, then we'll have to make our other adjustments from there. We do have our other end cap finial, so I won't have to backtrack. Cool. I don't need these marks anymore because I set my calipers. And that is, I guess, more of a mental note for myself. I'm not really telling y'all that necessarily, so. This is, I want to give this a little hot set in. Okay. Now, okay, we're going to do a cleaning, kind of cleaning pass here. And then I'm going to make some measurements to see where we are, because we're trying to get to about 13. Go ahead. I'm trying to clean it up. That'll be good. We're going to do a couple passes like that until we get closer to the diameter that we're going for. So that's what I'm working on now. Getting it dialed in to the diameter. And then I'll be able to adjust. Just let the carriage go, you know. Some people have talked about putting like a carriage stop on there. I'm like, you want to break your leads through? So I mean, I get that it's not one that I think that I would need. I'm paying attention to my stuff, you know. Yeah, this one needs to get to about this diameter here. A little bit thicker, but almost fine. We'll do one more, and then we'll actually measure. Like it hurts. I put my calipers, or I set my calipers rather. So I need to mark something else. So we're going to do this. Mm-hmm. Here to here. Okay. Now I can check the actual diameter here. Yep, see, that was too far off. We're going to go to millimeters. Measure. We're at 14. Okay. And our target is 13.
All right, so 0, 14.4 minus 13 is 1.5 divided by 2 is 0.75. So we're going to get that dialed in, and we're going to go to about 0.75. So we'll go to about 0.7. Yeah, and then we can sand it down from there. And we actually will stop a little short here. And just add it in. All right. Now we're going to back it off just a tad, and go all the way back. And I'll measure again. Think I need to make a pin for you, huh? That's a pin for you. All right. Best pin I ever made. That's what it's going to be, man. It's going to be the best pin there ever was or ever will be. Just kidding. But I mean, it is a doozy. And none of this is Abbie's material, so that is partially, you know, the criteria that we kind of mentioned yesterday. That we talked about. So 1260, and then over here it's actually 13. So for this, I actually need to go ahead and get my other component drilled. So first things first, I got to measure it, right? Because now we're going back to more or less the style of a kit pin, right? Basically, we're just making the kit, essentially, you know? So that is a way to think about it. But now I need to get my parameters back, or my, I guess I don't really, I want this marked, so that's why I'm doing this, but I don't really need it. I just need to this and here. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and give it a little spin. So that's about where I'm going to have that be. Okay. So did we determine which way this is going to go? I think if this is the cap, so this is the cap in my right, oh, sorry. This is the cap right here. And this is that. I think it would be pretty cool to do it from here. The best pin I ever made. Anything under 200? Well, I wouldn't even put a price on this one, I'll be honest. It would be probably crazy. I think we're going to use this. We're going to use this top part here because it's going to go here to there and pretty much stop, right? So it's kind of cool. Yeah. So I am also going to have a little bit of a longer piece here.
I got a mess. Mess, I say. All right, we're going to mark it a little above. Because, like I said, this is basically now you've already made the kit, you know? So, in a way, all you need to do is this is the brass tube, in a way, you know? And that is a way to think about it. Let's see. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Are we going to hit it with the bandsaw? No. Yeah. Cut it there, and then we're going to drill it to a 13. And then I'll be able to start test fitting it here. Yes. You have free range to make the best pit I ever made? Yeah. I'll keep it in mind, man. I'll keep it in mind. Okay. Gotta cut this. But I want it to actually want to drill it from this side. So I think. Yeah. No. Maybe. Maybe not. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do it like that. Here we go. I'm gonna venture a guess and say that I don't think that you maybe have looked at my Shopify. Let's hop over here. Take a look at my mess here. But I pretty much only make fountain pens. But I do make ballpoint as well. Okay, so we're actually just going to do this. I'm going to cut it. Let's see, going forward here. I'm really taking my time here. I don't need it to like come off fast. And I don't need to push down too hard either. Because either of those could mess it up. Almost there. All right. We're going to keep this there. Need my 13 millimeter. Okay. Let's see. Make up your budget. Yeah, I hear you on that. The greatest thing it ever was or ever will be. No, I typically um if I do like a one-off thing, I usually give it away. Ba-ba-bum. Let's see. Actually, we're going to use a Forstner bit, just a quick center start, as well as making it flush. Instead of having to do it where I did it with the other thing. It's not perfect, but ooh, that's not good. No, no, no. Bad. Where's my T handle? Not that one. There you are. Jeez, John, you suck. It's not good. All right, let's take a look and see actually where we're going to line up here. I should have done that before, but I didn't think I was that far off. Okay, way better. Uh-huh. Okay. That is much better. Golly, I can't believe I butchered that one up. Someone asked you to make the best grinder, give a stupid quote. Yeah. Your top stuff is normally 100. But if... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Could see that. All right, come on, baby. You got to fit, right? Yes. Sorry, I'll be back over on the metal lathe here soon. All right, we are good. Now we're going for the kill. Okay. Pardon my reach. Ugh.
I wouldn't make this particular pin for less than 5. 5,000. Damn. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done in time. Well, before I have to leave for dinner. So, there we go. Got a crack. Dang it. So believe it or not, this is actually going to have to get like repurposed. But we can go ahead and use it for this. But dang it. Well, gotta try again. Worst case, gotta use that piece. Best case, this works and I don't have any problems. So, okay. Back over here. Okay. Okay, here we go again. Woo! Almost knocked that baby off. That'd have been a bummer. Okay. We're going to repeat what we've already done. We're going to check and see where that center point is before we do any drilling. Okay. That is acceptable. Okay, looking good. Try again. This stuff looks so cool. Alright, I'm focusing on this right now. I want to make sure it's done, you know? Not quite sure why it cracked last time, but I have a couple different parameters that I'm trying. Okay, almost there, so we're gonna go in, lock, and then go. Okay, we're through. Gonna be cracked. Yeah, kinda. Dang. Okay. That is okay. We'll probably crack it again. Ooh, that's a better fit though. We can actually, how about that? Ooh, okay, here we go. Come on back. Okay, see? A little bit of a bummer because the other one broke, but not the end of the world for sure. And then this also cracked kind of at the back, so we're actually going to hopefully fix that. Okay, now here's what I need to do. I gotta take this off. I take the live center off, that is. Nope, nope. All right, 13 going right there. Come on. Da, 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 da. Okay. So that's my mark, and that's actually where I'm going to cut it, right? That's the mark. Yep. Sweet. Okay. Take a look at that. So this is a little bit longer. Go me. So what we're going to do is measure this, and this is going to go to there. So about here is where I need to cut. So you might not be able to see that mark, but I can. So that's the mark I'm going to go for. Let's see. How strong are you? All right, will you withstand? Oops. Okay. Didn't have to be a perfect cut. It's okay. We'll just crank it up and then clean it off. Not too much. Okay, so we got this backed off a bit. Now I need to go ahead and drill the other. There we go. Need to drill. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Okay, now we have a tube. And we've got to be careful with it because we don't want it to break. So I haven't threaded it yet, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. No whammies. No whammies. Come on. No whammies. No whammies. Okay, okay. Nice and easy. Take you off. Good. Go again. Line it up. Good. A little bit further this time. Come on, baby. Don't you break on me now. There we go. What kind of material you think you'd use if you were to make a grinder? The best grinder you could ever make. What kind of material would you use? Okay, not quite. Almost though. Okay, that is where we are at. Almost there. Or I could shorten this, which is probably what I should do, but let's check. See how we're doing. Okay, so I need to go down a little bit. So you can kind of see what I was talking about now. So here is the blank. Obviously, you can see that the blank is a little cracked. And that's actually kind of the worst part of it. But we're going to take it down just a little bit. I'm going to take it down a little bit, and then this will actually fit how it's supposed to. Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll have to make sure that our holes are actually sufficient for facilitating the Schmidt converter. I thought about leaving the blank on there, but I think what could happen is if I was to try and thread it again, it might break it. So we don't want that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do this. That. Let's see. Hmm. We actually need to make an adjustment right now. That's a bummer. Okay, we're going to use this side. Use this side so I can actually get it flush. Mhm. It's slightly off, and that was enough to make it so. That was enough to make it so I didn't want to put clutch. We're actually going to hit it with a little sandpaper too to give it just a little tiny bevel there. Okay. That's so cool looking. All right. There we go. That looks much nicer. Now I have to clear that off. Yeah. And maybe even shorten this. Haha, we fit though. 3, 4. Okay, well, definitely not going to finish this one today. Almost though. Let's see. Holy powder. Whoa. This is, I think, 240 grit. And it is doing the work. That's kind of crazy. Woo, that's toasty. I think if I hit it with the tool, it would take that and then delaminate. So that's why I'm still sanding. You were wondering, I guess. Need some more sandpaper. That's like my detailing sandpaper. All right, this will be sufficient. Almost there. All right, so essentially, we've gotten down to where the brass tubes would be. Well, that brass tube at least. Okay, hey. But I'm feeling I'm going to need some air. Uh-oh. Whoop. Sorry. Okay. Now that I'm a little bit of a mess. No. Hmm. Okay. Woo! Stabilized burrow would be your go-to. That sounds like a good choice. Okay. Now we got this. We gotta get the sitter start going again. I'm gonna use a small one. Put in a good solid burrow, add some color. Nice, nice. That sounds good. I like your respirator setup too. Having that positive airflow would be nice. Okay. So where we're at with this is I need to back this off, put the put this piece on permanently, right? Add some glue and whatnot. And then I gotta address this one. So I'm gonna probably do it the same way I just did that one. That worked pretty well. So I need to test the length here. And we're here. So that can actually go pretty far back, which is cool. Let's see, that can go like right here maybe, or maybe a little further. So we'll try and test it and work our way to the size that we're going for. That. Let's see. One moment. I gotta run inside right quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hey yo. All right. Well,
Okay, we are cruising. However, I am hitting a stopping point. I'm gonna have to go get ready for dinner. We're going out, so I can't be late and all that jazz. But we're doing pretty good. Almost there. Yeah, almost there. Probably finish it up tomorrow. I don't imagine coming back on. I don't imagine coming back on this evening, but maybe, probably not. Ooh. Yeah. Appreciate you hanging out. I'll show you where we're at and everything. Getting my heater put away here. All right. Cool. But yeah, so what we can see here is the barrel and then the cap. Pop this off. Okay, well, I got this. This is the barrel. And then here is the cap. And this little guy is going to go into it. Like that. There we go. I still need to make the section as well, but this is where we are. Got some work still, but we're getting there. There. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any oparex accents on at least the body. I might do it for the section. We'll see. I think this will be pretty dope on its own. But yeah, I need to trim this side down trim this side down and make it so both of these sides can be dimpled a little bit, and then work the shapes. So stuff's pretty cool. Say it's going well. Abbie's birthday is tomorrow, so I have until tomorrow, right? Isn't that what it is? Still have to until tomorrow. Sorry. There, that'll work. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. Pretty cool so far. But yes. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope I will see y'all again in the near future. And have a wonderful day. I'll catch you next time.